Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs MCQ program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question, which was: consider the following statements regarding the free trade agreements. First, it is a trade pact between two or more nations that aims to reduce or eliminate custom duties and trade barriers on goods traded between them. Second, India has not signed any FTA with Australia. Which of the statements given above is /R correct? Option A, 1 only, option B, 2 only, option C, both 1 and 2, and option D, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A. Free trade agreement is a trade pact between two or more nations that aims to reduce or eliminate custom duties and trade barriers on goods traded between them. Hence, statement 1 is correct. India has signed various regional trade agreements FTAs with various countries, regions namely Japan, South Korea, countries of Asian region and countries of South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, Mauritius, United Arab Emirates, Australia and UK. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. So, the correct answer is option A.
Welcome SSC aspirants. Drishti SSC is here to support you every step of the way with free live classes, previous year questions, PYQs, demo classes, exam notifications, and strategy videos. Whether you're starting your journey or looking to refine your preparation, we've got you covered. Subscribe to our channel and stay updated with all the resources you need to crack your SSC exams. For more details, call us at 8750187501.
Let's begin with today's episode now. Question number 1. Regarding the cheetah reintroduction project, consider the following statements. First, it officially began in India in 2022 to revive the cheetah population, which was declared extinct in the country in 1952. Second, it involves the translocation of cheetahs from South Africa and Namibia to Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. Third, the project is implemented by National Tiger Conservation Authority in collaboration with the Wildlife Institute of India. Which of the statements given above is /R correct? Option A, first and second only, option B, second and third only, option C, third only, and option D, first, second and third. The correct answer is option D. The cheetah reintroduction project in India formally commenced on 17th of September 2022 to restore the population of cheetahs which were declared extinct in the country in 1952, hence statement 1 is correct. The project involves the translocation of cheetahs from South Africa and Namibia to Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh, hence statement 2 is also correct. The project is implemented by National Tiger Conservation Authority in collaboration with the Madhya Pradesh Forest Department, Wildlife Institute of India and cheetah experts from Namibia and South Africa, hence statement 3 is correct. So, the correct answer is option D. Question number 2. With reference to the Codex Alimentarius Commission, consider the following statements. First, Codex standards are legally binding under the WTO framework on sanitary and phytosanitary measures. Second, India co-chaired the Executive Committee to advance new international standards for fresh dates. Third, the Codex Alimentarius covers processed, semi-processed and raw foods. How many of the statements given above is /R correct? Option A, only 1, option B, only 2, option C, all 3 and option D, none. The correct answer is option B. Codex standards are non-binding, which means voluntary in nature. They serve as reference benchmarks under the WTO sanitary and phytosanitary measures to resolve trade disputes. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. India co-chaired the Executive Committee to advance new international standards for fresh dates based on a proposal from the 23rd session of the Codex Committee on Fresh Fruits and Vegetables. India will also co-chair upcoming Codex initiatives aimed at developing global standards for fresh turmeric and broccoli. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The Codex Alimentarius covers processed, semi-processed and raw foods. Hence, statement 3 is correct. So, the correct answer is option B. Question number 3. Consider the following countries. First, Spain. Second, Bulgaria. Third, Montenegro. How many of the countries mentioned above is/are members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization? Option A, only one. Option B, only two. Option C, all three. And option D, none. The correct answer is option C. All three countries mentioned, Spain, Bulgaria and Montenegro, are members of North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Currently, NATO has 32 member countries, including several from both Europe and North America. NATO was originally founded in 1949 with 12 members who were Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, the UK and the US. Subsequent expansions included Greece and Turkey in 1952, followed by West Germany in 1955. Later, unified Germany from 1990. Spain joined in 1982, while the Czech Republic, Hungary and Poland became members in 1999. A major enlargement occurred in 2004 with the inclusion of Bulgaria, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Romania, Slovakia and Slovenia. This was followed by Albania and Croatia in 2009, Montenegro in 2017, North Macedonia in 2020, Finland in 2023 and most recently Sweden in 2024. So the correct answer is option C. Question number 4. The islands of Bitra, Kadmat and Kalpeni are part of which of the following regions? Option A, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Option B, Lakshadweep Islands. Option C, Pondicherry. And option D, Gulf of Mannar. The correct answer is option B. Lakshadweep is India's smallest union territory and archipelago consisting of 36 islands with an area of 32 square kilometers. It is a uni-district union territory and comprises 12 atolls, 3 reefs, 5 submerged banks and 10 inhabited islands. The inhabited islands are Karavati, Agati, Amini, Kadmat, Kiltan, Chetlat, Bitra, Androt, Kalpeni and Minicoy. Bitra is the smallest of all. The uninhabited island Bengaram has been enumerated during 2011 census operation and has a population of 61 persons. The main occupation of the people is fishing, coconut cultivation and koi twisting. Tourism is an emerging industry. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question number 5. Consider the following statements about the Hatti tribe. First, they are tribal community residing along the Himachal Pradesh-Uttarakhand border. Second, the practice of polyandry, locally called Jodidara, is traditionally followed by them. Which of the statements given above is/are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. The Hatti are a close-knit tribal community residing along the Himachal Pradesh-Uttarakhand border. The Hattis have two main clans, Transgiri in Himachal Pradesh and Jaunsar Bawar in Uttarakhand. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The practice of polyandry, locally called Jodidara and Jajda, is traditionally followed by them where brothers marry the same woman. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Polyandry is illegal under Indian law, but the Himachal Pradesh revenue law has upheld the Hatti tribe's tradition of Jodidara, allowing them to continue the practice under customary tribal law. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question number 6. With reference to right to information, consider the following statements. First, the Supreme Court upheld the right to information as part of fundamental right to free speech and expression in the state of UP versus Raj Naren, 1975. Second, the Right to Information Amendment Act 2019 changed the tenure of the Chief Information Commissioner and Information Commissioners to a 3-year term. Which of the statements given above is/are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. In the case of State of UP versus Raj Naren 1975, the Supreme Court recognized the right to information as a part of the fundamental right to freedom of speech and expression under Article 19, Clause 1, Clause A of the Constitution. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Right to Information Amendment Act 2019 changed the tenure of Chief Information Commissioner and Information Commissioners to a 3-year term set by central government, replacing the previous 5-year term. Hence, statement 2 is correct. So, the correct answer is option C. Question number 7. Which of the following sets of African countries passed through the Tropic of Cancer? Option A, Western Sahara, Niger, Algeria. Option B, Gabon, Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. Third, Namibia, Botswana, South Africa. Option D, Namibia, Niger, Algeria. The correct answer is option A. The Tropic of Cancer is an imaginary line located at approximately 23.5 degrees north latitude. It marks the northernmost point where the sun can appear directly overhead. In the African continent, the Tropic of Cancer passes through the northern part, specifically through the following countries: Western Sahara, Mauritania, Mali, Algeria, Niger, Libya and Egypt. Africa is the only continent intersected by all three major latitudes. Equator crosses Gabon, the Republic of Congo, DR Congo, Uganda, Kenya, Somalia and Sao Tome and Principe. Tropic of Capricorn cuts through Namibia, Botswana, South Africa, Mozambique and Madagascar. Gabon, Congo, DR Congo lies near or south of the equator, not near the Tropic of Cancer. Namibia, which is located in southern Africa, is crossed by the Tropic of Capricorn, not the Tropic of Cancer. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question number 8. Consider the following statements. First, carrageenans are the lumps of organic matter and they are the primary source of hydrocarbons in the rocky underground. Second, carrageen can be deposited from three possible sources as the remains of a lake, a larger marine ecosystem, or a terrestrial ecosystem. Which of the above statements is /R correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. Carrageenans are the lumps of organic matter and they are the primary source of hydrocarbons in the rocky underground. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Carrageen accounts for approximately 90% of the organic carbon present in sediments. Carrageen can be deposited from three possible sources as the remains of a lake, a larger marine ecosystem, or a terrestrial ecosystem. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It contains both lighter and heavier hydrocarbons and serves as a precursor to oil and natural gas. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question number 9. Which of the following statements is not correct about thorium? Option A, it is commonly found in igneous rocks and heavy mineral sands. Option B, thorium is rarer than uranium in the Earth's crust. Option C, the only naturally occurring isotope of thorium is thorium-232, which is fissionable in nature. Option D, India has limited resource of uranium but a large resource of thorium. The correct answer is option B. Thorium is a slippery, slightly radioactive metal. It is commonly found in igneous rocks and heavy mineral sands. Thorium is 3 times more abundant in the Earth's crust than uranium, with an average concentration of 10.5 parts per million of thorium compared with about 3 ppm of uranium. The only naturally occurring isotope of thorium is thorium-232, which is fissionable. That means can undergo fission but not fissible, which means cannot sustain a chain reaction without external neutrons. India has a unique position in the world in terms of availability of nuclear fuel resources. It has a limited resource of uranium but a large resource of thorium. So, option B is the correct answer. Question number 10. With reference to federalism, consider the following statements. First, federalism is a system of government in which powers are divided between 2 or more levels of government, such as the center and the states. Second, the single citizenship granted by the Indian Constitution reflects India's federal characteristics of the Indian political system. Which of the statements given above is /R correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A. Federalism is a system of government in which powers are divided between 2 or more levels of government, such as the center and the states. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Division of powers, written constitution, supremacy of constitution, independent judiciary, dual government, rigid constitution are the federal characteristics of Indian Constitution. In India, all citizens, irrespective of the state, in which they are born or reside enjoy the same political and civil rights of citizenship all over the country and no discrimination is made between them. The single citizenship granted by the Indian Constitution reflects India's unitary characteristics of Indian political system. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. So, option A is the correct answer. It's the time for practice question. Consider the following statements regarding ethylene glycol and diethylene glycol. First, ethylene glycol and diethylene glycol are toxic alcohols with a slightly sweet taste. Second, diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol are adulterants illegally used as cheaper solvent alternatives in liquid drugs. Which of these statements given above is/are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both 1 and 2, and option D neither 1 nor 2. Pin down your answers in the comment section below.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.